Alright. And we're back. Time to make our way towards the mountain.
Maybe this way?
Going down the crack.
Who was he?
I do not know.
What did he want with us?
Yeah, all these markings that you see along the walls,
Did you kill him?
all of these were actually painted by Faye.
What had to be
Way
done.
ahead of time. Which is also why Balder kept talking about, I thought you guys were so much smarter, so much more enlightened, because giants, some giants, can see the future, which is what she could do. She actually went ahead of the entire journey, saw the entire journey, and marked the way by painting all this. So any yellow markings that you see were actually painted by Faye, the mother. Same reason she painted her handprints on the trees for Kratos to chop down.
Never leave
She
me
picked
alone
those
again.
specifically
All right?
All right.
just so it would break the magic barrier, which would force Balder to actually come to the house looking for her. He's looking for the Guardian. She is the Guardian. He's looking for the Guardian, doesn't know exactly who it is, just assumed that Kratos was the Guardian. Not knowing that she was on a funeral pyre behind him.
Up.
You've had to kill people before, haven't you? You're used to it.
We do what we must to survive.
Animals, I get. They're food. Draugr,
Yeah, all this
they're
climbing,
supposed to be dead.
especially this area,
People,
reminds me of
they're
Uncharted
trying
so
to
much.
survive too.
Close your heart to it. On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creature. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them. They will not feel for you.
I understand.
Yeah,
Has
right.
this been here all this time?
Now up here, we have one hanging bucket. Just
Why don't you help me up there?
right there.
I can get a better look.
Hex over, and hex over behind us. There's more up on that ledge right there. But you gotta get up top before you can get to that chest. Get over here. Take the wheel down.
Good idea.
We try the axe. And we throw the boy up here. Up you go, boy.
Hup.
You used to, before they actually patched it out, you used to be able to skip through this wall to that circle that was up there. And be able to, like, basically skip right through this trap and just start climbing the wall. But you had to go from here and save your input to get over here. And when you let go of your input, you could actually pick up that one. But this is the right way to go.
Boy,
Yes, sir.
He drops the chain down for you. He's so helpful. So at one point in the game, he calls it a rope. It's not a rope. It's a chain. Yeah, right. Almost forgot. There's the chest over here with some hacks over. To jump back across. Make sure you get that bucket that's hanging before you jump up here. Otherwise, you got to jump all the way back down and do it again.
See it?
And we climb.
Father, will we see others on the road?
yes,
Friendly?
no,
No.
They'll try and rob us?
possibly. Yes.
Huh.
Okay. You can drop this chain down here. You really don't need it. But just in case you do decide to come back, it's here. Or if you miss something, it's not too bad. One thing design-wise in this game, or mechanic-wise, I should say, is the chains. That's something that I wish they would have changed to where you could just kick them down. But every time you kick it down, it forces you to climb down the chain and then back up the chain. Little thing I wish they would have patched, but Not too big of a deal. Here's where we get to see the magical stave.
Look.
Like
All
Cray
this
Cray
time,
opened up by chopping down
There's been a
trees.
protection stave around our entire woods. But the stave's broken there. Did you cut those down?
She hand marked the tree she wished used for her pyre.
Why'd she do that?
Come. No looking back now.
All right. Now we're heading up. There's nothing over here, but there is a little bird's nest right here. They're all over the place. I just think it's fun that you can crack the eggs. Dun, dun, dun. I like these symbols. I know they're just Nordic symbols. I just don't know what they are. To be quite honest with you. If anybody does, please let me know.
So, how long will it take to get to the mountain?
I do not know.
Before winter falls?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah. Got some hacks there.
Should I fire?
Wait for my mark.
There are a bunch of buckets in here, all hanging up in the trees. There will be quite a few enemies.
Attack?
The first enemies that we find with fireballs, they will be in here.
Throw a lot of Draugr around here! Get him!
That is what that's good for. Hitting an enemy in the back does way more stun damage, especially if you repeatedly hit them in the back. So if you hit them in the head, it spins them around.
One less Draugr to work!
Or you can cleave. Let one come up over here. That's fireball thrower. Fireball throwers are all very weak. We're gonna have one that pops up here. Teach you how to quick turn here by hitting down on the D-pad.
Keep the pressure on.
There's only two left! Sorry, not ready! You gonna be okay? I'm ready!
Yeah, that's why you don't want them to turn into elite enemies, because they do way more damage
How was that?
and they do
Can I
not
help?
stagger.
If you want to help,
All right, this area,
distract
there's
them.
health back here.
Whoever is not my focus should be
If you need it.
yours, but only when
I do.
safe to do so.
I can do that.
And there are buckets. One bucket here. One bucket up here. This just dropped from an enemy. I think that's all the buckets in this area. There's one drop right here. In the wall, we can
Look
read.
here.
Sir. There's a Jötnar settlement ahead.
Jötnar,
Giants.
you can read the writing.
Some. Just the language his mother knew. But they're all sort of connected, so sometimes I can feel my way through stuff I shouldn't know. You know?
Alright. And we're going up. Up here, we're gonna run into another freezy boy. This guy, though, does not have the spikes on his head. And you can't actually use your axe on him. A lot of people think you can't, but you can. He be right here. Ah,
Anything else?
thank you, Black.
Space your shots. Speed costs accuracy.
Got it.
Okay. Got one hex over here. Some more health, because we need it.
Hey, I think there's a chest over there.
And here we run into our first legendary chest. And our first runic attack. And arguably one of the best runic attacks in the game. Hill's Touch. Whee! And we'll get a heavy one later. Do-do-do-do-do. Now we can finally change his. Yes. The death vow set for the boy. Derek, what's going on, Derek? Boy of war.
Whoa! How'd you do that?
Whee! Also very handy for spinning
I think
around
we can go
enemies
through here.
and then using the grinder on them to be able to stun them. Now, probably one of the hardest parts for most people that first start playing this game is coming up right now. So we'll go through few different things that you can actually do here to make it a little bit easier. One of them is very, very simple.
Move.
Thanks. There's the mountain! Let's go!
Not yet.
It's fine! See?
Link, what's going on, Link? Whoa, whoa, start over.
Help! Father, help!
Hang on!
Hurry! I'm slipping!
Stay calm. Almost there.
I'm slipping! I'm falling! I can't get up!
That wasn't so bad.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
Sorry. More Draugr.
Okay,
But these aren't moving.
so the enemy that Atreus
dead?
pokes is
I mean,
already a level 2,
More dead?
and he's purple,
Boy.
which makes him even harder.
Not
So,
dead, not dead!
One thing you can do is actually run over
Remember.
here and restart checkpoint. It will keep you down here, but it won't have him aggroed. You'll be behind him.
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Watch out, Father!
start chucking them off the edge.
Welcome, welcome, welcome! Take me to your leader.
Hey, Miguel.
Wait, I am your
Thanks for
leader.
the follow and thanks for the host. Oh shit. Shouldn't have got myself cornered there. I missed one of the other ones and I aggroed that dude.
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Watch out! Look out! Behind you! Watch your back!
Keep forgetting about that dude.
We need to find a healing stone!
Ah, I didn't think he was gonna hit me.
Get up!
Important question. How long will we be on, and do you mind being rated while you're doing this? I don't mind being rated at all. And I'll be on for a little while.
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Gonna lurk a while? Alright, Dirk.
Look, Roger! Behind you, look out! Fire, on you!
get into that shit.
Father, you're almost dead! One.
I got you, Link.
Was I better?
Take even more time.
I might be.
It does not matter if you fire only once. Show me control.
Bam, bam, ba-dam, ba-da-bam, bam, ba-dam. Okay. Now we got a section with all the big boys coming up.
Look at this.
Yeah. I know that section that I just went through can be a super, super big pain for a lot of people. That one little trick in the beginning, just moving up and restarting checkpoint, helps out a lot, because that level 2, you want to kind of try to get him either out of there as soon as possible or aggro him last, because otherwise he will just chase you around immediately and pretty much one-shot you the whole time. So getting him out of there or not aggroing him is a big thing, and then being able to just knock the rest of them off the ledge or the walls back in the corners. Just a handy little tip. Otherwise, you just got to run around and be aware of what's around you. I haven't done that section in a very long time, and it's a very difficult section, especially early on in a game. Super, super difficult. I don't use the runic attack too much there, because if you hit a whole bunch of them at one time and do a little bit of damage, they all start turning into elites. That's why you want to try to focus one at a time if you can. It seems like it's hard because there's a bunch of them there, but tactically, it's much easier. So, if that makes sense to you, I hope it did. That's about as much advice as I can give in here. If you get free shots at the dudes up top, it's good to get rid of them. 1R2 and 1R1 usually does it. If not, it's 2R2s. And when you come in here, don't break all these right away. I see a lot of people that come in and start immediately like breaking all the statues. The ones that are going to come to life will come to life. Those statues that are unbroken will block fireballs. So leave as many of them as you possibly can. Last raid was a fail. It wasn't too big of a fail. It just happened to, the stream cut off right when it happened. Here's it. If somebody's there and they want to raid, cool. That's fine. But don't try to like push somebody over to raid or anything like that. If they want to, cool. If they want to raid somebody else, that's cool too. I just playing to have fun.
Read it.
Oh, this used to be a marketplace. The giants used to gather here to trade with the gods a long time ago. Wonder if Odin was ever here.
Okay.
Breaking through the wall!
Now we got big boys. Now, big boys.
Something's breaking through the wall!
You can try to stun him and hit him in the back. Why did I let go? But cleave is good. You can use the areas in between.
I'm not ready!
But you definitely don't want them to change.
Father, behind me! Father, help me!
Saw that coming.
Father, get up!
That's fine. Yeah, the big guys, don't hit and run on them. They are definitely something that you want to, one at a time, try to focus them. Because when they turn into elites, they become a very big pain in the ass. If you're not on Gimme God of War, it's not quite as bad, but
Something's breaking through the
if you
wall,
are,
up there!
definitely recommend focusing one at a time. And the little guys, try to pop them off the edge as soon as you can, but
ready, anyway.
oh, that timing though.
Get off of me! Watch out, Father! Father! Help me!
All right, you two go for him. Come here, little guy. Leave me alone, man. There we go. This guy's being super annoying. He's swinging in unison now. Wait, what? He aimed where I was rolling to. That's fucked up. I never roll left, and I was like, I'm gonna go left. And then he aimed left for some reason.
Something's breaking through the wall! Up there! Something's breaking through the wall!
Oh, good. There's two twos. Awesome. Toot toot. Probably not. Might as well make them all twos. Do a wee bit of, yeah, they do a wee lot of damage. Barking tons. So yeah, what I just did there, but doing damage to 3 of them at the same time, don't do that. Focus one. Focus one. The lower you can keep their levels, the better. Okay. Here's our first Odin's Raven. He's up there. I could hit him from here, but I'm going to show you where he's at up on the top when we get up there, so I'm going to leave him alone for right now.
There's an opening up there.
And skills. This skill right here is very handy, upcoming. I'll show you a little trick with it. Should be getting the one to break blocks and stuff, but I want to show you cool little tips and tricks. So said that one allows you, when you're barehanded, to do a sweep. That's what we're gonna do right up here. For her.
Do you hear that?
This will be our first revenant.
We will see. Stay close.
Okay.
What is that?
Boink. Some hack silver back here. Got stuff we can knock down, which falls down into a pit down there, which we'll go to.
So we're going towards the scary singing?
Okay, so revenants flash in and out of existence, shoot poison. They're really nasty, and you have to shoot them with arrows first before you can damage them. But you can kind of stun lock them with that same move that I was just showing you. But you got to make sure you hit them with an arrow first, and then kind of stay on them and get them to a wall. So.
It's a revenant! Did he just disappear?
Just like so.
That was a real revenant. Never thought I'd see one up close.
Yes. Revenants are nasty, nasty a-holes. They like to throw poison and sometimes ice and do a lot of damage. So early on in the game, it's a good way to do it. It just happens to work out. Later into the game, once damage increases, it actually doesn't work for some reason, but it will work to an extent, but it doesn't work as well right here as it does right now. Okay, now we can go down in the pit.
I still don't understand.
The pit down here has a very, very strong enemy
I told you, boy.
that takes a
I know
little while to
nothing more
kill.
of it.
Still not sure why he's down here and why he's so much stronger, but he is. So just keep your distance and throw a lot. Because he will definitely one-shot you. There we go. But always try to hit him in the head, because if he tries to change into an elite, you hit him in like the legs or something like that, sometimes he can still just transfer and then he becomes a level 4 and it sucks. So we got one more bucket. Here's the other bucket that dropped. And one chest. And we get steel for upgrading.
Wait, you don't suppose revenant travel in packs, do you? And there's a bunch of them waiting up there for us?
And then these gross
They're
little
really
puddles.
bad?
Boy,
Sorry. Imagination.
Yeah, imagination. Like they would ever run in packs. Yeah. Okay. Bucket. Chest. And if you miss the first bucket that I knocked down, you can actually knock it down from right here. There's the tab for it. But then you still got to go back down. Over here.
I guess
Or
we
do
need to
that.
get back up there. But how?
follow me.
Follow me. Okay. I'm gonna have to knock down this bridge. So from right here, I can actually knock down the first one. There's gonna be one
You said
enemy to the
people
right,
might
right
try to
there.
rob us. I'll kill them if they try.
Don't know if I have the skill yet. Don't think I did. Actually, I think it's back down here. Yes. Get this one first, then that one. So we're gonna get block break. Just because this is a very handy skill. If you don't get this one, get these two. Because you can knock some of the Draugr off of ledges with it. You parry him back, but all depends on your strength. Usually at this low of strength right now, you can't do that. So, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to get this one just because I can. Nobody has shields yet, but it can still be handy.
I'm not afraid,
If we encounter men, you will stay out of it. Understand?
but I can fight.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak no more of this.
Bye. Okay. There we knock this off. So the bridge be open. Should be health under here. Yep. Now there's a Nornir chest down here. This is our second Iden apple. One of the symbols is way back here. So you can get it while you're over here. Aim at the top of the crack, basically.
There's one down.
The other one is way over here. There's also a raven up here. We'll see that one later too. This raven is not marked as a raven in the area. It's actually an extra one. So like when you look at your map sometimes, once the ravens pop up, it'll say so many ravens are in this area. That raven actually doesn't register. So just know that it's there. I'll show you where it's at later once we get up there. Yeah, for some reason, that one is not there. And the last symbol
That should do it.
is right here. We have our second Iden apple. One more, you get a health boost. Okay. Do have a rage. We already have rage right now, so I'm not going to grab that. We're gonna go back this way. There are quite a few enemies back here. One is right here. And he's level 2, so you want to get rid of him quickly. Yes, there's 2 level 2s back here. It's very good to get rid of this one first, because otherwise you can get trapped in between the 2 of them. If you're having trouble with the area, get rid of this one, and then back up here to a choke point, and you can throw. Because the guys with the fireballs, they won't move up too far, and you can keep blocking them with the wall. Slowly backing up. If you first start and it's your first run, get used to throwing the axe a lot. Throwing the axe will save you many, many times. Don't be afraid to just back up, find a choke point, keep throwing the axe. Takes a little bit longer, but you won't die. Okay, here we have our first color changing stone. So you can get health or rage, or it will turn white and you can get XP. I'm going to take the XP off of it. It's not a lot, but I have both of the others, so. Whee! Scaly's hanging around. And here we have our next Jotnar shrine.
Another one here.
It says his name is...
Hrungnir.
Mother told me about him. A giant warrior made of stone. Looks like he was in a pretty big battle. Odin's there, Thor, even the world serpent. Oh, Thor must have smashed his head apart. See? But look.
Actually, talk about this later.
Idiot.
Yeah, Odin smashes Hrungnir's head in. Smushes it. Then his big old body falls down and splat. As you can see right there. And Hrungnir, mighty giant made of frost and stone. Looks like he had a huge fight with Aesir and Vanir gods. He battles Thor, and it looks like they both lose. 'Cause they do. Well, they don't both completely lose, because Thor is not dead. But it is kind of funny that Thor smashes his head, and then his big ass stone body falls on Thor. That's kind of a fuck you. At least that's the way I see it. Nordic comedy.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
And here.
I've seen this language before.
These are little scrolls. This is a scroll of Svartalfheim. Svartalfheim. The realm of the dwarves is secured. For a promise of security from the rovers of hell. They have made Asgard custodian to their borders. Now the Vanir will have no hope of Svartalfheim's aid, thanks to Odin's foresight. The elves remain sufficiently distracted. All plans proceed. Ravenkeeper. Odin. They're Odin's ravens. So, basically, Svartalfheim wanted to stay away from everybody, but they needed protection, so they asked Asgard. Now Asgard protects them. And it basically screwed them over. They said, we'll protect you, but they didn't really. Okay. Moving on. Now remember that you have this rage back here, because you can always back up. This is a tough section coming up. That's why I saved my rage actually for this section, because there are ledges, and it can get a bit squirrely over here. But always know that you can back up. You can jump back across this bridge. There is more little bit more rage back there, and there's another rage stone up here. Now I will show you a little trick, because there's a revenant that is going to pop up by the bridge over here. There's a little trick that you can do to kind of knock her off the ledge right off the bat, which is very helpful. Very, very helpful. And this little platform, though it seems good, if the revenant's down there, she can still shoot poison up here, and it will climb up the ledges. So if she's gone, this is kind of a good place to hold back if you need to. If you go across the bridge, they won't follow you. So that's one thing. If you need to regroup, just go back across the bridge. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have one Hellwalker right here.
Not yet.
Now. You get rage, right? There we go.
More behind you.
You have rage there that gets you about halfway. Now, if you don't have this armor on that I'm wearing, you cannot ledge those guys like that. You just don't have enough strength. But you can still knock her off the ledge.
Ready? Yeah, that was tough.
Get.
Well fought.
But I'm gonna go back and pick up this rage. It's another thing you can do. Gimme God of War, you don't get nearly as much rage back per stone that you pick up. So if you wanted to leave the color change stone up there, you could. Because I think it takes all 3 to actually fill you back up. No, just 2. Okay. You don't have to. I thought for some reason that it left you like a sliver short, but I think if you just grab them and you don't hit an enemy, like if you kill everybody over here first, then grab them with no rage, I don't know if it fills it all the way. For some reason I remember it not, but we's good. There's nothing else in this area. You can break all the pots if you want to get more hacks over. There's health inside those. Other than that, there's nothing else over here, so we're gonna move on. We got the bridge over here. You have to lift this up to the hole and then throw your axe through it.
You did it.
Now we go across and take a right. There's one chest over here.
All these dead.
Good chest, has materials in it.
Safe in there?
It's safer out here.
The steels are what you need to upgrade your early armor. So soft, hard, and hardened. Hex over here. And I think that's it. We don't get the faces yet. The faces start up top, I believe. Up there. Now we go into the cannibals.
What's that smell?
Now!
Are they Hellwalkers? They're untouched. Look.
Someone start the fires! Sigmund, your knives!
So many days without meat.
Meat? Wait, us?
Behind me.
What if they change like the others? We'll have to keep them alive. Strip off their meat. Little at a time.
This fight is mine alone.
These guys are fairly weak, so we run up. Hell's touch them. And give him a good whacking. Then you're gonna have guys here, one here, one behind the stone.
Father, help me!
Atreus!
Squish.
Boy?
Now we go help boy. 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 Poor boy. Killed his first human.
Close your heart to it.
Could you imagine that? Being a little kid, you kill somebody, you're waiting to like have dreams of that person coming back to haunt you, and it immediately does. Okay, now we got Frosty boys.
Wait here. I will handle this.
Now, spiky head, you can't use the axe. Well, what I'm doing, I have rage. That's why you get the rages for this area right here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to fight him like an idiot. The reason you go back for the rage is for this section right here. You want to line them up and pop your rage. Then R2 them into the walls. There we go.
They came back.
I made that much more complicated than it was.
They came back.
It is finished.
Yes, they did, boy.
I want to leave here.
They came back.
Then collect yourself. We must find a way out.
Okay.
Here.
We break pots.
Find something to pull me up.
Okay.
So sad.
Atreus. The chain.
The chain. Right.
Boy's traumatized. Just killed a man.
You are in your head, boy.
He's becoming Liam
Let it
Neeson
go.
as we speak.
He would have killed you.
I know, I had to do it. I do know that, I just...
And we will go home, boy.
What?
To give up this easily. So close to the start.
Wait, no. I'm not giving up. I can do this. I just have to, you know, catch my breath. Come on up. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. For the YouTube side of things, this is where I'm going to stop this episode. It's been almost an hour. But we will be back. Another episode where we go meet Brock and start heading our way through the mountain. I'll see you guys there.